All right, y'all, this is the official update to my 12-week journey, the one I started after reading the 12-week year book. And I'm here to break it all down, what worked, what didn't work, and what I learned on that journey. So I started out with 6 goals across 6 different areas in my life, and it looked like this: my fatherhood brand, my videography business, my health, my marriage, teaching my son how to read, and getting my son into modeling and acting. Each goal had its own strategy and weekly to-do list that I tracked daily. But by week 4, I hit a wall. And that wall I hit was that I realized I was trying to do too much all at once. And the way I came to this realization was because in the 12-week year, it says if you're not hitting at least 85% of the things that you have on your to-do list for the week, you're off track and you're falling behind. So I made a choice. I narrowed my focus down to 3 areas that I felt will have the most immediate impact on my life. And those areas were my fatherhood brand, my health, and teaching my son to read. Now for the goals that I had to let go. Date nights with my wife. Date nights wasn't a core focus, but I still wanted to be intentional and spending time with my wife. So the goal was 6 dates in 12 weeks. So basically going out once every other week. And we put it off for the most part. Me going out on a date with my wife every other week is kind of now a part of our lifestyle, to where like, all right, at least we know every other week we gonna have some alone time where we can do whatever we want to do for a couple hours. All right, now let's talk about my videography business. I have some solid goals for my videography business: posting weekly, redesigning my website, and landing a retainer client. But around week 4, like I said, I had to let this go. It just wasn't in the season for me at the time because I was spread too thin. Now the next goal I had that I had to let go was getting my son into modeling and acting. I started exploring modeling and acting for my son, doing a lot of research and deep diving into stuff, but it just didn't feel right. It felt like too much chasing and too much pick-me energy. I didn't want to participate in what that world entails, right? Because you can apply to 1,000 different agencies and never hear from anybody, and it's just too much pick me, like too much effort for such little return. So I just said, F it, we just gonna focus on what we got going on, and if a brand sees what we're doing and they want him to participate in something they got going on, cool, reach out to us. But until then, we're just gonna focus on what we got going on. So let's break down how the journey went for my fatherhood brand. My original goals were to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and hit that 4,000 watch hour mark. Post 2 to 3 times a week on Instagram. Post 1 long form video on YouTube every other week, twice a month. Repurpose old content into YouTube shorts. Land 1 brand deal and build a media kit and send it to 10 brands. So now let me tell you what actually happened. I built the media kit, but I only sent it to 3 brands and not 10. And the reason I stopped sending my media kit to brands was because it felt like I was just throwing things into the ocean, hoping for a bite from these people. And I wasn't even sure if I had the right contact information or email from these brands or the people I was sending stuff to. I didn't land the brand deal yet. I've been offered brand deals, but none of them have really been aligned with what I have going on or something that I really want to promote or talk about. So I decided a better route that I'm gonna take with that. Instead of me just cold emailing all these different people, trying to get in contact with them about working together, I'm just gonna create content on my page that is in a similar style to what a brand will want. Like I'll create a spec ad with, I don't know, me and my son playing Legos, and hopefully the company Legos sees it and then they'll reach out to me and decide that they want to work with me. I feel like that's a more appropriate approach to it rather than me just sending 1,000 emails a day hoping somebody responds and wants to work with me. I'd rather just create something, and if they see it and then they like it, they want to work with us, perfect. So that's the route I'm taking with that going forward. Another thing I didn't do was upload the long form videos to YouTube. The reason being behind this was it was just super hard to maintain with the way my life is set up, because I don't have a dedicated YouTube studio space. As you see, I'm filming this on the couch in the living room. And the only reason I'm able to film this is because my wife and my kids is not here right now. Because usually I'll film overnight at like 2 in the morning, and it was just super hard to build up the energy to be on camera and not come off tired. So I still got to figure that out, but I'm gonna double back to that one. And the last thing was I paused uploading YouTube Shorts. And the reason being is I haven't quite figured out the YouTube Shorts algorithm because the same video that I will post on Instagram could get millions of views, but if I upload it to YouTube Shorts, it only gets like 30 or 40. So I just felt like the energy and effort wasn't worth it, so I just kind of paused that. But all in all, I feel like the real win from this goal over the past 12 weeks was my growth on Instagram and Facebook. I don't know the exact numbers off the top of my head, how much I grew and things like that. I'll put them on the screen right here. But I know I got a lot of views, a lot of followers, and my reach grew like crazy. So I kind of know what I'm doing when it comes to Instagram and Facebook. So the next category was health and fitness. And the goal here was to work out at least 3 times a week and hit a protein goal of 160 grams every day. I stuck to it. I only missed a few days here and there, but for the most part, I was super consistent over the past 12 weeks. At least 3 days a week, I was in the gym, 45 minutes to an hour getting it in, and I can feel a difference and see a difference. My weight went from 215 to 220, I think, which is not like a huge jump, but I can feel it and I can see it. So, and I feel like at this point, it's just a part of my lifestyle now. Like, it's just regular routine that I work out in the gym at least 3 times a week. Last but not least was the goal of teaching my son to read. This was the most important goal out of all my goals that I had listed. This is the one that I'm the most proud of. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday after I work out, we come in here and we sit down and we practice reading for 15 to 30 minutes. And now, 12 weeks later, he read his first book on his own. All right, what's the name of it?
Tap.
Okay. What's the next page? What does that say?
Tap.
Read it, you're guessing.
Wait.
No, what does that say right there?
Pet.
No, next page.
Oh. Tap. Rat.
And the reason I'm the most proud of this one is because this is something that he's gonna keep with him for the rest of his life. It's one of those life skills, something you, once you learn it, it's with you for the rest of your life. And I can proudly say, like, I was the one who taught him. And I say that shit with like pride, bro. I personally know how important reading is and how much it's done for me. And so I'm extremely proud of this one, man. Extremely proud of this one. So that's my 12-week year journey. I enjoyed it. I definitely plan on using the 12-week year system going forward. I'm glad that I did it. Like I said, the working out and some of the things, the goals that I had have just become so normal and a part of my lifestyle now that it's just routine. And so anytime I have goals or something I want to do, I'm definitely gonna apply the 12-week system to it going forward. And who knows, I might run it back with another 12-week with some of them goals that I had to drop and just focus on them. But yeah, that's the update. Appreciate y'all for keeping up with me. See y'all in the next one.